All right, so we're back here at the steakhouse. We got Ethan and Caesar. Gentlemen, how's it going? Good to see you. Yep. So we're gonna get that curtain wall installed. We gotta run the circuit back to the panel. And there's a few other things we'll be doing here. I don't know if we're gonna do it today, but we're gonna at least get that curtain wall installed. They do have a rush coming at around like 3 or 4, I guess. So we gotta get that done before then. Let's check it out. The first step's always a great place to start at. And whenever installing an energy-saving air curtain like this at the front door of a business or a restaurant, the mounting bracket is that first step. Initially, we thought we were going to have to run Tapcons into the concrete behind this wall, but it turns out there's plywood behind this black Formica that you could see above the drop ceiling, which is obviously an excellent and strong material to mount our bracket to. What Caesar's doing right here is taking a step back to make sure that level actually looks level. Because if your level says it's level, but everything around it's not, you don't want it to be level. You want it to match what's around it. But level's level in this level endeavor, and that's a good thing. We could put it back here too, and then go up behind so it's hidden. You know what I'm saying? But we might want to color the cord, the wire black right there. Right here, we're just going over the best way to mount the sensor that senses the door opening and closing, and the best way to protect it and make it so it's not very visible. Do you have some 10 solid black?
I can take a look. Strand or solid? You want solid?
Yeah, like Romex. Do you have Romex? 10 Romex?
Let me take a look.
Just take a yank of this. Yeah. Right here, I'm sleeving the two 20 gauge conductors through some black sheathing to make them less visible and protected. It actually worked out pretty good. You can barely see them in the end, and they're pretty well protected.
Here go the screws. You fold the zip tie around.
Or a piece of like the black sheathing from the 6. I can just cut a little piece of it and then put a screw, a little peanut screw. You know, little black peanut screws?
Yeah, I got some.
Well, we'll deal with that once we know where it's all going to be in place and whatnot. You know what I mean? All right. And now that we have all the details worked out, let's get this bad boy in position. I'm not gonna lie, this thing's pretty hefty, more than you'd think from looking at it. All the way up there, you gotta make it look natural. He might as well pull his underwear off.
You gonna really have some views here.
It's like you got, wait, I gotta get this cord. Hang on, hold it. You got it, the whole thing good? All right.
Hey, sorry. Hi.
Just make sure we got it right. Now that the sensor's in place and mounted, I want to check it with my multimeter to make sure it has continuity once it closes out. And the beeping when I open the door means that it's working properly. Just open it just a little, I want to see what's I mean, people make fun of my rigid. I like it. Yeah. That, and I just like them too. Now that we know the switch is working, I'm going to wire it into these two yellow conductors coming out the top of the unit, and that's what turns it on and off when you open and close the door. We don't need it to be 20 feet long like this, so let's chop it down. That's better. You have smaller crimps or no? Is that the smallest one you got?
Yeah, them.
Alright, it should work. I don't want to forget about it. I don't know, it's probably not even from us, but I just, you know. You gonna get it in there? Oh, bro, that's off the rim. Off the rim. That was pretty much, you know, it's the same thing. You're gonna want to trust me on that. That was impressive. As impressive as that was, we're gonna go for it again.
I don't want no defense over there. I thought he was gonna stay over there, swat it out. All right, you're double or nothing.
I'm still like a little sad that you called my Kleins, my Philo Kleins, Huskies.
Yeah, man, I thought I seen it. I thought I seen one of the Huskies on that dog.
Ethan's brutal calling my Kleins Huskies. Damn, I see him. Boom. Now that we got this side of the air curtain installed, let's run the 12-2 dedicated 20 amp circuit back to the panel. We're going to run it above the drop ceiling all the way back, and we're going to use little bat wings on the ceiling tie wire to hold it in place.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
While we're running the circuit, we're also going to remove this old, improperly installed wire that runs on the surface. It's MC cable on the surface of a commercial kitchen, which is no good. Initially, we were going to sleeve both the new circuit and the old circuit that was existing in EMT conduit, but we're actually going to drop them down the wall inside the drywall, which is a little better and cleaner outcome, if not a little more difficult. But hey, we're never worried about difficult. We're worried about the finished product being clean and done right.
This knockout here.
Alright, coming up.
Okay, I see it.
Alright.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I see the black tape.
All right, pull it. Pull.
Fire.
Got it. Perfect. Man, look how fast these are wired that in.
I left my drill back there. The room or just pick up the one I had.
If you're going to do the first step first, you might as well do the last step last, get the outlet wired in and mount it into the ceiling. And these last couple ceiling tiles were a pain in the butt, and the last thing we want to do is break a tile right at the end of the job. And there was a bunch of marks on the ceiling, so let's get those cleaned up. Got it all cleaned up, just making sure there's no residual marks. Let's kick the switch on so we can see how bad this air curtain really blows. And here we have our first customers trying out the air curtain. And it turns back off right on schedule. I used a little napkin to see how hard it's really blowing, and I think it's pumping out some CFMs. It definitely works pretty good. We were smelling these steaks the entire time we were working here, so I ordered some up for the guys. They wouldn't let me pay for them in the end, but man, were they really good. Those are Wagyu steaks, and man, were they really good.
Just wrapping it up over here. Ethan and Caesar did a nice job on that. Hey, bro. Take care. Yep, good seeing you. Have a good weekend.
Thank you for everything,
How was that steak?
Hey, 10 out of 10. I'm
Banging, bro.
Thank you. Very grateful.
Yeah, that steak was real good. But yeah, we just had a little snack after we got done working. You got to try it when you're here. This is some pretty good stuff. So anyway, yeah, that air curtain worked out perfectly. It does do the job quite well. I wasn't sure, you know, if it was going to end up working well, but it definitely seems to keep the cold air in a little better. I mean, like you can feel it. You know, normally when you opened the door before, you felt the heat come in, but when you did it now, you didn't feel any heat come in whatsoever. That's pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.